I want to welcome all my single queens here to the Queen's Corner. I'm just chilling and I wanted to talk to all my single queens. Listen to me. You might be ready to receive your king, but he might not be ready to choose you. And you have to be okay with that. Because, see, when God ordains marriages, not just any marriage, but it's literally ordained by God for a purpose, you have to understand that both of you have to be in alignment with God. That means that Him, being the glory of God, have to be aligned with God. You, as His glory, have to be aligned with His. So that means that when God brings you guys together, you guys will become that one flesh. Why? Because first of all, He's aligned with God. You came out of His rib, so that means that you're His helpmate. That means that you will be aligned with His. So everything will flow how it needs to flow. So you might be ready, but he might not. And I'm going to give you a sample. Me personally, I don't put up with I don't. I don't. Like, seriously, I don't. Like, it will literally, there will be some bumping heads if the things of God is not executed how God wants them. And I'm seeing craziness. There will be some bumping heads. There will be some, I'm not going to waste my time arguing. I love peace too much. I love quiet too much. I love the presence of God too much. And the presence of God does not bring chaos. So I know me. I can probably argue a couple times, but after those couple times, I'm out. Like, look, I don't got time for this, yo. Either you know where the heck you're going or you don't. And if you don't know where you're going, stay your A where you at. Because you don't want to come to me sooner than what God told you. Because there will be some craziness. No, I'm not going to pull out a AK. No, I'm not going to pull out a 9. No, I'm not going to pull out a Glock. No, I'm not going to pull out none of that. Because that, first of all, I will never do that to nobody unless they invade the U.S. And so people like, that won't ever, man, I don't know. I don't know. Because the way it's going, you don't ever know, for real. Like, what happened one day, we were up and we were all chilling. And then the next day there was a lockdown. No one could go out. And I'm like, what the heck? People went to the store and bought a whole bunch of toilet paper. I'm like, toilet paper, yo, like, like this is nuts. And then all of a sudden, that lockdown. And then all of a sudden, a vaccine came out of nowhere. People were getting vaccinated. The vaccine. Then with the vaccine, people still got the COVID for 14 days. I'm like, yo, bro, I think they're trying to poison. They're trying to poison people, yo. They're trying to poison them. No, I'm trying to tell you, they're trying to poison them people. No, you call someone, yeah, they just got the COVID vaccine. And why you can't talk? They got the COVID for 14 days. I'm like, oh man. I said, y'all crazy, man. I said, y'all should have never got that COVID shot for real. What the heck? But, some people, they had to get it, to continue work. I'm just saying, man, how they be doing. That's why I tell people, listen, if you have mortgages, you have any type of loan, car loans, anything, start paying off that double. Pay it off. Start getting out of that world system. Listen to me. Get out of that world system because you don't know what might happen. The next thing that might happen, you guys go to Whole Foods. Well, I go to Whole Foods. You see how they doing that palm thing? I'm trying to tell you, they getting ready. If you ain't marked, you ain't buying, you ain't getting nothing from the bank and all that. But see, if you out of that system and you have your own, you don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about that. All that property's yours. Oh, what about the taxes? Right. So if you do double and you pay off the mortgage, try to pay like at least 10 years in advance of taxes. That's going to give you enough time to go somewhere warm, baby. In the mountains. I'm just saying, you might have to go to the mountains and live. You don't ever know. I'm just saying, people need to start looking into getting out of the world system. But that's not here or there. Let's get back to the subject. So, like a person like me, I can't put up with bull crap. So the same thing for you, queens. You don't need for your king to come way before time. Because in I think it's Songs of Solomon, don't awake love before it's time. It's the same thing for us. You have to have an eagle vision. Your king has to have an eagle vision because he's the king, so he has to lead. And you're his wisdom. So when he talks to you and he's telling you the vision, you're able to be his wisdom for him. Because that's what Eve was. See, Eve was the compass of Adam. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about that. God created his helpmate, whatever. I'm complimenting my husband, my God ordained king. So that means that I'm his helpmate. I'm his wisdom. I sit there and be like, and when he talks to me, I'm like, okay, well, this, because I'm his compass. But he has to be aligned with God because he's the glory of God. You have to be aligned with him because he's your glory. You're the glory of the man. And then, to be honest, my queens, when your king comes and recognize you and he chooses you, you might skip the wedding area. You might get the license and you might be going to a pastor and apostle getting married that day and y'all bouncing the state and y'all going to a white sandy beach and he's going to be ravishing you. And it's going to be a Christian X-rated. He might come with that big, huge ring. Mine will, by the way, if you're watching, I want mine to be a big, huge heart. I'm size 7 and between 8. So 7 and 8. is my number. Why? Because I bring peace and I bring new beginnings. So either a 7 or 8 fits very well. Big heart, 8 carats, over 8 carats, 10 carats, 20, 30. I don't know. 40 carats. Okay, I want a 40 carat ring. Anyway, what is 40 carats? How would that look? Would that even like I wonder if I will have to like, yeah, I think I'll have to wear like I'll have to take it off, ain't it? Because people might come in here and try to shop my ring finger off, like no, but no, seriously though, you guys might, it might just happen suddenly. You guys might just skip wedding and be like, let's bounce. Go in front of a pastor, apostle, and bounce. And be like, come on, let's go to White Sandy Beach. Come back a month later, they be like, where you been? And you come like, that's where I been. I've been. So I just wanted to just encourage all my single queens. You might be ready, but he might not. So you keep them in prayer. You keep them lifted. You ask God to prosper his life, and then those around him will prosper, and that they will see the hand of God upon his life. So I just wanted to just give you that word of encouragement, that you might be ready, but he might not. So I just wanted you to understand that you might be ready, but he might not. So keep them lifted in prayer. So that way, the both of y'all will have eagle vision. Have a blessed and prosperous night, my single queens.